Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Quantum Leap. I'm your host, Toyin Umesiri, author of Mindset of an Entrepreneur. Today, I want to dive deeper into the concept of emotional intelligence and developing the emotional capacity for entrepreneurship journey and business development and achieving business growth. You see, we often focus on the external factors and the external skills and the things we need to do, like branding, marketing, sales, right, lead generation, a lot of technical activities that we have to perform, right, in order to build our businesses, in order to grow, in order to scale, in order to sell. And all of those things are extremely important, and I actually teach and guide my clients and students as well on those technical skills. But oftentimes, we do not consider the internal skills that is required to ensure that we do not give up, right? And the internal skills to manage our emotions, to develop the capacity to make sure that you develop your inner power that will help you achieve success. So today I want to go deeper into nurturing the internal space that helps you become successful in the world of business. You see, on the journey of entrepreneurship, on this journey that you're going on, as you build your business, your business is only going to grow as you grow your inner capacity. You are the force behind your business. You are the visionary. You are the architect, right? Your own personal growth is what grows your business. When you stop growing, your business does not grow. If you give up, the business also stops. Where you stop, it's where it stops. So what then do we need to do to nurture our own inner space? When it comes to mindset, when it comes to emotional intelligence, what of the spiritual practices that can help you, right, gain clarity on what the next steps will be? Because confusion is not your friend, right? Stress and overwhelm really buries the entrepreneur on that journey. So what I want to give you today is going to create awareness and definitely help you to really unlock bigger capacity and bigger success in your business. So it's about nurturing ourselves. So before I go deeper, let me briefly share with you out of the human design model that I also teach on in my school, toyinumesiri.academy, because that human design is the foundation of understanding what I'm about to share with you today. Okay, so you have your physical nurturing, right? When it comes to your physical well-being, eat well, sleep well, right? You know, putting your physical body in the right conditions where you're well, you're eating well, you're sleeping well, you're doing all those things. So I'm assuming you're already doing that. But we also have what we term as metaphysical sides of us, our mind, okay? Our intuition, okay? The place of belief, right? Our hearts, the place of receiving where we nurture ideas, okay? Ideas are non-physical, and every business is built on ideas that are well nurtured. So your ability to see the tangibility in your ideas, to see the power of your thoughts, the power of your words, and when we go into manifestation, these are the foundational components of building and manifesting the business and life you want. So ideas are important, holding them to be true, having practices that allows you to, right, go deeper into nurturing your idea is also important. So what are the parts of us that really plays an internal component, right, to helping us really develop the capacity for success? So we have the body, we have the mind, we have the heart, we have the soul, right, we have the spirit, right? When it comes to the total concept, remember, ideas are non-physical, but they are real. Your thoughts are the most powerful things upon which you're going to build your business. They influence the words, the actions you take, how you mobilize yourself forward as well. So let's go about thoughts. Okay, there are thoughts that give you clarity, that tells you the next step you need to take, right? How do you prepare yourself to think in a positive way that helps you move forward? This is important because negative thoughts definitely drowns. It creates negative emotions. So emotions, definition of emotions, energy in motion, okay, is that when you don't have clarity, when you are confused, particularly when you think about economic challenges, when you find out that maybe you are trying to get customers, you're losing your business, it's not growing, those type of pressure points as you are trying to take your business to the higher levels or trying to survive economically, they do create an internal state within us. So the thoughts that you have about your journey, are they positive or negative? Because ultimately the human mind takes those thoughts as instructions, okay? So I'm going into human design now. It takes your thoughts as instructions, and then it's part of what creates the emotional state of being. Happy thoughts, happy emotions. Unhappy thoughts, unhappy emotions, right? Emotions are the first physical experiences of your thoughts. The nervous system, right, uses your thoughts to create chemical, this is a chemical reaction in the body. So technically, you're going to experience your thoughts in your own body in the form of emotions. So I want to encourage you. The first tip I want to give you today is to create for yourself a time and a space. If you're a morning person or you're a late night person, time where you can be alone with yourself, probably with a pen and a paper, and allocate that time as thought processing, right? For your thought processing, right? Because the longer people go just thinking in their heads and not processing their thoughts properly, okay, the more entangled your emotions are. It gets worse, right? Because your energy takes your thoughts as direction. Your thoughts go, your energy flows into your thoughts. Where your thoughts go, your energy follows. And if your thoughts keeps being confused, you're lost, you don't know what to do, you don't know what next to do, it compounds and it does take time to unravel it. So if you can practice this put this as one of your daily disciplines of just allocating time, it could be 15 minutes, it could be 30 minutes, it could be an hour, for you to just say, you know what, I want to process my thoughts. What's going on within me? This is part of why journaling is often, recommended. Just taking pen to paper, writing out your thoughts, thinking through your thoughts, and then allowing your mind to help you unravel and gain clarity in terms of what exactly is not working, what information do you need to go out there and seek for, what type of help do you need to hire more people, do you need to bring in an expert, do you need to take classes, do you need to sharpen your skills? When we go through time of processing our thoughts, you're often going to see that those thoughts, right, they do not overwhelm you anymore. Or unprocessed thoughts tend to overwhelm us. Okay, so that's probably the first powerful recommendation I will suggest, that you allocate enough time, hopefully daily, okay, that allows you to thinking time to process your thoughts. The second recommendation I'll give you on the journey is similar to processing your thoughts. It's about processing your emotions, okay? Your emotions is tied to where you're investing your life force, your energy, what you are doing every day, okay? Every single day, when you attempt to do and achieve, and maybe you're not seeing the results you want, oftentimes, if we're going to be honest with ourselves, it gives birth to a lot of frustration and disappointments, okay? So one is processing your thoughts. The second is processing your emotions. How do you feel in your own body, okay? How do you feel when you go out to engage with people, when people come in? Because also in the customer service space, you have to also learn how to manage other people's emotion. So why this is important is if we can develop the skill to not deny ourselves our own emotional reality, to allow ourselves to feel what we're feeling, give it name, acknowledge it, and then develop the skills to self-regulate. Okay? If you need to apply self-therapy, if you need to eat some ice cream, if you need to go out with your friends, is that once you're aware of how you're experiencing your own reality in your body, once you also develop the skills, you can be more empowered, not overshadowed and overwhelmed by your emotions, but actually you can be more in charge to say, you know what, I need to take some time out. I need to go and do something that enriches me, that makes me feel better. And even this is why oftentimes people go on retreats. You want to walk away from the proverbial problem, right? Sometimes just being and remaining in the challenges does not help. You almost have to step away from it, okay? Go out there, have fun, take a vacation, go fishing if that's your thing, go to your spa if that's your thing, hang out with friends, chill out with your loved ones, because you'll be amazed that the next time you come and you attempt to solve the problem, you're in a better emotional state to see a solution. Okay, so this is the second tip, is processing your emotions. This is very, very deep. I have other classes that if you want to access those classes, you can go to toyinumesiri.academy. But emotions are so important, because if you corner yourself and you tell yourself that there's no way out, that there's no hope for tomorrow, that your current conditions, whatever those economic challenges are, and they are real, right? You've invested your time, your money, your energy in growing your business. You're not seeing clients. People may not be buying. There's a lot of staffing issues. These are daily struggles of running a business. And one of the ways is to rise above those conditions, to be the boss. That's what it actually means, to be the boss. It's not just boss of people, but actually the boss of your emotions. Okay? I'm trying to make this funny. Once we develop the skills of doing this for ourselves, realize that your clients and customers, okay, your vendors, your staff, your business partners, your boards, your shareholders, your investors, every other person, also it's your job to manage your emotional relationship with them. That's part of why we do business. In the EQ for sales classes, I cover how emotion is what we are buying. Right? Your clients or customers are coming to your business for you to help them feel better, with the promise that your product and services would also help solve their own emotional challenges, because as your clients and customers are trying to achieve better results in their own life, hopefully you're presenting a product and service you can serve their own emotional needs. So this skill is very, very important. Okay? So learn how to nurture your ideas. Be honest with yourself in terms of your emotions. Develop the skills to navigate your own emotions and rise above it, so that you can then handle that and be more productive, so that you are not overwhelmed with what's going on, particularly in economic crisis. We need to do this work more. Also, on your journey, you have to keep reminding yourself on your desires, your hopes, your dreams, your why. Why are you investing your time? Why are you building this business? Because this journey, as you go on this journey, you're going to encounter times and seasons where, you know, what's presented to you will question, will make you question, why am I doing this? So I want to encourage you to document, take time out. This is also why oftentimes people talk about writing your vision, writing your mission, having a vision statement and a mission statement, making it visible to yourself and hopefully your employees, your staff. The reason this is important, because those days that make you question, okay, the efforts you're putting in, the investments you're putting in, the time you're putting in to serve, to show up, when those days show up, hopefully you have something in your memory, something visual that reminds you that this is your goal, this is why you're taking this risk, this is why you're investing yourself, because those times you tend to forget. When you're in the moment, you tend to say, you know what, right? Maybe this is not for you, right? People tend to say, you know what, let's just call it a quit, like nothing is working, right? the reason I coach and guide is for people to know you're not alone on this journey. Most of these things, other people have come and gone and handled this. People who don't have this awareness, they give up and, leave, right? But this type of, guidance hopefully keeps encouraging you, that you have your vision statement or your mission statement somewhere visible, so that you can look up and say, you know what, remind yourself, speak to yourself, and pick yourself back up. This part of self-motivation on your journey as well. So remember, right, if this is for legacy, if this is for your children, who you're building this for, your desires, your hopes, dreams, and aspirations, do not forget it, because that's why you're investing in yourself, I hope, right? Also, nurture your beliefs. Okay. When I explain beliefs, I say these are the outcomes, okay, that you see happening to you. When people see negativity in the future, it leads to anxiety. This is the power of hope. Believe in the future that is greater than today. That is why we keep showing up every single day. When people don't see that future that they want to see, that they desire to see, if they do not see it in their imagination, it gets clouded, because the higher you go, when you go, right, a plane that is on the ground, right, everywhere is clear, the cars driving on the ground, everywhere is clear. But the time you go higher into higher altitude, you start seeing clouds that momentarily can make you not see what's ahead of you. Those moments, you want to go into your belief and know, there is a knowing within you that it's going to work out beautifully. The plane will fly, the plane will land, all will be well. So you keep flying, okay? Do not panic. So nurturing your belief is also part of manifestation, because the power of the Creator in you is knowing that what you believe will manifest for you. Okay? So be careful not to believe negativity, because the tendency is that if you think everything is going to go south, you have created an internal condition, right, that your mind will want to fulfill for you. This is deeper when it comes to spiritual psychology as well. So I won't go too much on that today. If you want to learn more, head over to my school. It's this concept of the way we are designed. When we talk about self-fulfilling prophecy, you want to prophesy and say amazing things about yourself, about your future. You want to inspire yourself, okay, to keep moving forward. Inspiration. You have to draw on inspiration, positive belief about what's coming for you. You have to hope, you have to know that good things are ahead for you. Also, moving higher, because the higher you keep persevering, the more you keep investing, the more you keep building the business. You've nurtured your ideas, you have clarity in terms of why you're doing this, you believe that greater is for you. You now have to commit to taking action. You have to commit to doing the things that will help you get those results. This is where you will start seeing those who get successful and those who don't get successful, is that many people can nurture their ideas, but they don't take the right action. Okay? When actions and behavior does not match your hopes, dreams, desires, aspiration, people start procrastinating, right? You may carry the dream, carry the idea for 5 years. You've not registered the company. You've not hired the people. You've not drawn up the plan. You've not developed your website. Is that action is required as part of manifestation. And this is where you start seeing people fail, when they start making assumptions that commitment to taking action is not necessary, or thinking that minimal action will gain superior results. This is the fallacy of the day, where many people believe and hope, but they do not translate that into physical action that matches and mirrors and resonates with the outcomes they desire. In the laws of sowing and reaping, It's always proportional to the seed you sow. This is where also we need to make sure that if you have big dreams, and listen, dream big. The bigger your dreams, the bigger the force you have to put behind it, okay? The bigger the action, your actions, your behavior must match. So I want to encourage you to have a clear vision, right? Know what it is you want, but also think through actually the time, energy, and resources that is going to require to back your beliefs. Okay? If you want to build a skyscraper versus build a 2-story building, they are both buildings, but the resources, manpower, tenacity, rigor, force that is required to bring those two structures to bear, they're not the same. This is what I talk about: world-class businesses. Building a business that can stand and serve people, whether in your local market or anywhere in the world. Businesses that are world-class, businesses that are global, businesses that can stand and compete in the marketplace requires the founder to also develop the skill at that level. Okay? That competitive level, right? You must commit to becoming the person that can build the structure that mirrors the vision that you have. And this is where, when I talk about classes, courses, program, is that if you want to build a big business, you have to have big skills as well. I also talk about your networking, right? You have to grow your influence, you have to grow your inner power, because these are the capacity, right? Your own capacity and the capacity of your staff, your network is how you're going to build your business. You need to grow your influence, your customer base, the people who know you, right? This is where you have to start building, taking the right action to help you secure, right, the level of impact you want to make. It's not enough to just believe that it's possible. You have to make it possible through your own commitment to take actions to make it possible. And this is a big differentiator in our world today of those who consume content but do not invest the time, energy, and resources to create in reality what they have in their mind. So this is a split point. What you have in mind versus what you're doing, do they match? Once you commit to taking actions and steps and developing yourself and gaining, right, the skills and investing in your staff and making sure every day you're building the momentum to drive greater impact in the world, you now have to move into consistency. It's not enough to do it one day. You know, the feel-good day that you're proud of yourself. You showed up, you went for networking, listen, you did it all, and then tomorrow you don't do it. You see, you need to water the plant for it to mature. You have to be consistent. You have to show up every day, right? You have to give it time. You have to give it power. You have to nurture it. It's like, don't just feed your baby one day. Listen, you have to feed this every single day. You have to feed yourself, and you also have to, you need to feed your business. Your business needs time, clarity, daily devotion, daily dedication. So prepare yourself for consistency. Okay? Consistency is the only way you build momentum. Okay? When you're not consistent, you're not showing up enough to build the power and the force that makes you drive greater impact in the world, because your customers and clients, they're actually looking for consistent brands and businesses. They may not buy today, but they want to see your sign. They want to see your door open. They want to see the open sign. They want to see you show up every single day, because in their memory as well, your building memory is that when people see you consistent, they believe you are reliable. Consistency makes the marketplace be able to rely on you, because consistency is the pillar of growth. People will not bring their businesses to you. They will not bring their own challenges to you if they believe you are inconsistent. You're open today, you're closed tomorrow. You're open today, you're closed tomorrow. You don't show up. The market will not rely on you. They're not going to trust you simply because you are inconsistent. So it's important that as you commit to taking action, you also build, right, your own structures in such a way that you show up on behalf of your business to tell your story, and that you're consistent, come rain or shine, to say you're open for business and you're ready to serve people, because ultimately you are growing yourself and building more power and capacity. You're training yourself to be consistent, because the next stage is then persistence and resilience. Because once you start being more consistent, if challenges happen, you build the force to persist, right? To resist and to persist, to keep moving forward in the face of opposition, okay? Because as you build your business, right, you're going to realize that even if you want to build a house, if you're in the construction space, it's not every day that everything just goes smoothly. When those days come, have you built enough inner fortitude to say, you know what, we're going to find our way around this. We're not going back. We're not backing off. This business exists. We're making room for it. We may need to pivot or move in other direction. We may need to shift to other adjacent industries. Come what may, we will keep growing and expanding. We will persist in the face of opposition. Okay? So it's easy to be consistent. It's easier to be consistent when there's no opposition. But when opposition comes in, when things are not going your way, when there are challenges in your business, persistence is what helps you ride and go beyond just that. You also have to be resilient. Your inner belief, your inner trust in yourself is what helps you say, you know what, we can overcome this. We can get out of this. And during crisis, we've gone through COVID and all of those things, only the leaders, only the business leaders that practice what I'm sharing, they are the only businesses still standing today. It's not that the wave didn't come. It's not that the challenges didn't come. It's not that the struggles didn't come. Many people just gave up truly because there's overwhelm in that space. And oftentimes when there's time to build, to rebuild in a better way, many people may say, you know what, they don't have it in them to invest more energy in rebuilding or starting from scratch again. So persistence and resilience is how people come back after such a journey, right? 2020, right, impacted restaurants, impacted businesses all over the world. But the businesses you can see today still standing is because they are resilient. They came back out of the ashes of defeat, okay, to demonstrate strength in the face of opposition. I have a friend that literally the hurricane, there was a tornado passed through their city. His office was impacted. And those type of things, like, resilience is the only way you come back. So tap into your inner fortitude, okay, to come back again. So if there's someone listening and you feel like you've given up on your business, but there's still a part of you that still have desire to rebuild again, whether in our community, you've closed your door, maybe this will help you to rethink and say, you know what, maybe I have a little bit more fight in me. And then ultimately, breakthrough results. The quantum leap happens when you become the force that can ride the opposing force and break through into the clouds. And at that point, your business is fully established, fully relevant, fully impactful, and you'll be amazed that the world now does not want to write your business not to exist. You find out that you've built the people that believe in you, that have seen you over and over again. They've seen you fight, they've seen you be consistent, they've seen you, right, do the work, and you become an inspiration to their own journey. At that point is a turning point. It's a major turning point where businesses go to higher dimensions. But most of the time, people give up before they reach this stage. So I hope today's session gives you something to think about. Find time to process your thoughts. Acknowledge your emotional state. design strategies for your own inner therapy, your self-talk, your belief system, nurture your inner being. Again, most of the time in business, people talk about the technical skills, let's brand, let's market, and I do teach all of that as well. But we don't talk about the emotional, the mental health of the entrepreneur, the emotional well-being, how they spend themselves emotionally, right? So this resource, and there are more resources in my school at toyinumesiri.academy, is one of the reasons I designed it for my clients and students, is because we have to come to a place to acknowledge our humanity, to be more vulnerable so that we can care for ourselves, care for one another, care for our clients, care for our customers. But if you don't care for yourself, you've really got nothing to share with the world as well. So thank you so much for joining me. If you have any feedback, or if you have any questions, or you have topics you want me to cover deeply on this show, head over to toyinumesiri.com, submit a question, reach out, email. I'll definitely love to bring you more resources to support you on your journey to business growth and success. Again, I'm your host, Toyin Umesiri, author of Mindset of an Entrepreneur. I'll see you again next week. God bless you. Bye.